So right guys, this is my third attempt at trying to do this, so hopefully third time's the charm. Basically how I'm going to structure this voiceover is I'm just going to tell you the structure of my workouts. I'm not going to tell you about specific exercises because they may change from time to time, but there will be consistency throughout each workout with at least 2 to 3 exercises, just so I can monitor some progressive overload. So what you're watching here is my lower body mobility, so I'm just going to go through this quite quickly. It starts off with some thoracic extension, which is what you've seen with the barbell, and then I go on to some thoracic extension with a foam roller where I foam roll my back and my thoracic spine, and then I move on to a medicine ball just to get to them little nooks and crannies. And then with the medicine ball, I then foam roll my glutes and piriformis because that's what I find really, really tight within myself. And then I go into some static stretching with a bit of dynamic movements for a piriformis. After that, I do some lower back mobility, as you can see here. Really get a good stretch on the lower back, hamstrings, and a bit of calves, to be perfectly honest as well. And then do some rotation of the lower back with the scorpion stretch. Next, I move on to some hip flexor mobility, and these are quite tight myself as well. So the whole hip region with myself is very, very tight. But again, this is all individual, each to their own. So I wouldn't recommend this for everyone. You'd have to see what's tight within yourself and do your own stretches. I go into some glute loading to just get my body moving in the squatting motion. And then onto some ankle mobility, some static stretches for my gastrocnemius. And then you'll see later on I do some stretching for my soleus and Achilles tendon. After this, I go into some hip opening stretch with a band. And again, this is just to sort of perform the movement that I'll be doing in a squat. So basically you can see here I'm in the bottom movement of a squat, and I just push my hips out, get some thoracic extension by putting my hands over my head, and that's pretty much it. Getting a good stretch on the adductors and the inner thighs. Next is the soleus and Achilles tendon stretch that I was talking about. So I put a bar on me with about 40 to 50 kilograms in this case, and I literally just sit down at the bottom of a squat and just feel the stretch on my Achilles tendon and soleus. And it really, really has helped to keep my back a lot more vertical when I squat. I am a big believer of the knees travelling forward in a squat, and this stretch has really helped. This is my new gym, training station in Wavertree. Fantastic gym for the equipment, and the people who go there, the people I really need to surround myself with. They are bodybuilders. They're a lot bigger than me, and they basically just make me book my ideas up when it comes to training. Make sure I'm definitely training as hard as I can. So I'm going to get onto the structure of the workouts now. Each workout will start off with 2 major compound movements, maybe 3 depending on what I'm working. And then after that, it's a bit more accessory work. Now, the reason behind this is the main compound movement will be in the rep range. It'll go 5 all the way down to 15 all the way down to 6 or 4 reps. And this is something I'm going to monitor and try and improve from each session to session, maybe week to week, because I'll be training legs, push, pull, having a rest day. But then in the evening, I'll be training biceps, calves and triceps. So I will be training twice a day, but I'll get onto that in a minute. So each major muscle group which I'll be training will start off with 2 to 3 major compound movements where I will pyramid the rep scheme, and then the isolation work will be things where I'm trying to get some cellular swelling to the muscle, so it'll be a lot of contractile of the muscle tissues, and trying to get as much blood to that area. So I might do things like drop sets, supersets, or really contracting the muscle, doing like negatives on that. This is just going to try and improve my mind-muscle connection. So what I'm going to go on to now is the reason why I'm training twice a day. And the reason why I'm training twice a day is the fact that I am throwing in the little smaller muscle groups on the evening, because they're the things I really need to work on. So my calves and my arms are something that are really weak areas of my body. So by splitting it up, it means I can focus a lot more on it. So instead of doing back and then throwing a few moves in for biceps, but where you're already tired, I can actually spend a good, say, 25-30 minutes on these biceps now and really focus against some progressive overload. So the structure of them sessions are quite similar to the major muscle groups. I will start off with a very big movement, and then I will go into a bit more isolation of that specific movement with focusing on contracting the muscle and so on and so forth. So I'll use biceps for example. So I'll go into a heavy dumbbell curl, making sure my form is perfect, but I will try and increase the weight per rep from week to week. So again, it will go down. It will go down, say 12 reps, 10 reps, 8 reps, maybe 6 reps, and I would just keep monitor that and keep trying to progressively overload. And then the next movements I'm going to pretty much stick to, but they might change from time to time in case I train in a different gym or so on and so forth. But there will be a lot more on focusing on the muscle group that I'm trying to work and really contracting that muscle and getting as much blood to the area as possible. So that's pretty much the basis of my workout. It is a heavy, big movement, big body parts, in the morning, afternoonish, and then in the evening I train a smaller muscle group. And I'm going to just let you know how this goes. I am going to M10 Fitness Seminar with Mark Coles on the 11th and 12th of June. Sorry, or 10th or 11th, or sometime over the next weekend, so not this Saturday, next Saturday. And my workouts may change going on what I learn in that. When I go and learn at that sort of seminars, and it's called the Physique Camp, isn't it? So it may change, but hopefully I'll be able to keep the structure, because the structure is something very enjoyable. But who knows? So I will keep you all informed, and hopefully actually be able to take you on the journey to go and see this Physique Camp and see if you learn anything from there yourself. So this is pretty much the voiceover. Hopefully it's been informative, and I'll catch you all in the next clip. Right guys, so I'm just going to sign off this vlog, basically with my last meal of the day, which is going to be a bagel, some multigrain hoops, because I've had way too much fibre, so I don't want to have too much oats, rice cakes with some peanut butter, and that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, some of these vlogs now are going to be a lot more informative, and then it's also going to be a bit more of a lifestyle. So tonight I'm actually going to my mate's party, so quite looking forward to that, quite looking forward to going out and seeing everyone, catching up with the guys. So that's why Hannah's playing some shocking music. Right guys, so catch you on the next vlog. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.